looks like we're on point with that. Hey guys, if you're just hopping on the TikTok, you can follow along with us on the YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders. It's like Tarot with the FOR Traders. We're looking at the S&P 500 live chart side by side with the tarot reading that we did. We also have the Mercury retrograde strategy chart up on the screen right now, and it's holding quite solid. Like the green ellipse that we put as where we'd see a price on the 18th is now, we've now entered into the green ellipse, which we put on the chart. Was that like, it was the 29th. 29th of December, almost a month ago. And here we are entering that space on the chart. We're definitely off about a lowest low here. I want to point that out, guys, because it's important to point out when I'm not right. People will think I try to say I'm right all the time. That's one thing I definitely don't. That would be irresponsible. Nobody's right all the time, ever. Like, you know, so with that said, if you trade like I am, you're going to end up losing money at some point. You'll really regret it. But if you trade like a responsible trader, utilizing this information in tandem with what a responsible trader would do, you make quite a lot of money. And you can see that holding true with this Mercury retrograde strategy, which we predicted the price level almost a month in advance. Successful day trading. It looks like there's a bit of knowledge that needs to be learned, and there'll probably be quite a few losses in the early stages. But I see the truce card meaning that eventually things kind of even out there. I pulled another card because that's just boring, even out. Nobody wants to even out. I pulled another card, and I pulled the Sun card, which is definitively auspicious. So I'd say if you hang tight with the trading, you should do well, my friend. Appreciate you, Mr. G-O-P-Y. Gopi? Mr. Gopi? So guys, I wanted to talk to people about something serious that came up with the business. And it's something that I've dealt with quite a long time. For years now, I've been dealing with discrimination because people are so certain of their realities that I just have to be a liar. They look at me and instantly they think that I'm full of shit and I'm trying to scam somebody. That's why all my predictions are free, right? Like, it's called discrimination. When you take a look at somebody and you don't take the time to look at the evidence or the facts, you just take a look at somebody and decide you know. That's called discrimination, guys. And you know, it's one thing to just like think somebody's full of shit, but when you're dealing with businesses and you're trying to like build a business, and every time you get to a certain stage, some company like Wix, which you built your website on, decides that they're going to pull your approval for Wix payments, and you're not allowed to take any Wix payments on your website anymore. Just as it's starting to take off, the orders are starting to fly in, and now we're not allowed to take payments because Wix decided that we're a financial services company, which is bullshit. They decided that we're a scam, and that was their way of getting us, giving us a reason why they took away our payments. I told them that this is discrimination. They better give me an adequate explanation, or I'm going to take them to court and I will win. There's overwhelming evidence. Anybody that follows this channel and follows the YouTube channel knows that there's overwhelming, undeniable evidence proving that we are predicting the stock market by the hour with a high 90s average accuracy day after day. There's no way you can argue with the stock chart and a yes or no statement. It's either true or false. You can't argue with that. right? But yet, for whatever reason, you get these cowards like on Wix. When we first started with the website, we tried to put a Kickstarter because we were having trouble with funding. Yes, I can predict the stock market. Trading it is a different story, my friends. But you know, we were having funding issues, and we went to do a Kickstarter, and like, you know, a big part of the strategy is to send out these mailing lists, and Wix wouldn't allow us to send out any promotions because we were a scam. And it's like, we're not a scam. We have better accuracy than any professional analyst on the planet, and you want to call us a scam because you didn't bother to look at the facts. It's so offensive. Like, I'm so sick of this stuff. Like, this is the type of day that makes me want to quit doing what I'm doing. Trying to help people nonstop is an upwards battle. They think they know everything about reality, and they know little to nothing about reality. If they knew about reality, then they wouldn't be like, oh no, you can't do that, while I'm fucking sitting here doing it. You know, that's the fact. But, you know, so we got to deal with companies like Wix. I do love questions, baby. That was her name. Her name was Baby. I wasn't calling somebody Baby. Her name on the screen is Baby X. Anyhow, so, you know, that's what I deal with like on a daily basis, and it's like every time we start to gain a little ground, I have to deal with some like hurdle, some big ass hurdle like this. So now we either need to find like some payments processing company other than Wix that allows for us to take payments, and we'll probably have to do one that like allows for porn sites payments and like weed dispensary payments, because there's so many cowardice companies out there that won't look at the facts, and they're just like, oh, this is a scam. This finance, psychic, must be a scam. It's not a scam. It's the future, my friends. I'm actually sitting here spending all of my free time and all of my effort, all of my energy, struggling through life so that I can prove to the world that anything is possible and that reality is infinity. You can do anything if you put your mind to it, as long as you don't believe all the naysayers in the world. That's what I'm trying to do. And I have overwhelming evidence that proves it, yet everybody and their mother wants to not look at the evidence and just like block me. I can't make payments on Wix. Block me. I can't send a promotional email campaign through Google. Like, it's ridiculous. Grow the fuck up, companies. I'm gonna sue your asses, and I will win. And it'll be the first historic case in history where a psychic proved in a room of law that they were psychic and that they were being discriminated against. It will win. There's undeniable evidence. Yeah, I'm answering questions for free here. Can I explain dividends? What do you want to know about dividends, my friend? Dividends are like a little piece of the profits of the company sent back to the shareholders, provided that you have a share that yields a dividend. You also want to kind of be wary of dividends that are 4% or higher. Like, that's really high for a dividend. Usually there's a reason why a dividend is that high. What percentage is it? It really depends. That's determined by the stock, by the company that owns the stock that's yielding a dividend. But you want to either 1 to 2% is good. If you can find one that's like 2.5%, that's really good. But when you get into like the 4% range, like that's fishy. There's a reason why. That's like they're trying to attract companies because there's something going on in the background. They need money, or because a company can change their dividend. It doesn't have to stay the same. It can change over time. Hopefully that clarifies some things for you. What you barking at, Hermes? No barking. So if you're just hopping on the TikTok, guys, you can follow along on our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders. We're looking at a live S&P 500 chart. We've just entered the green ellipse that we drew over a month ago on the chart, saying that price level will be within this range by this date, and here you go. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a high percentage could be, you know, they could be doing a high percentage, but it's like when it's like up in the 4 range, which is really high. That's usually like they're trying to entice customers, and you want to find out why. Like, what's the problem that they need to like put in this like extra lucrative dividend, and you got to remember, like, they can change the dividend. So like they can say, hey, it's 4%, and then like, you know, next quarter they change it. Yeah, usually there's low dividend yield or something like that. Like they're giving you a bigger percent of less money. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that would happen. It's just you want to steer clear. I mean, you don't necessarily want to steer clear because it's 4%. You just want to make sure you do your homework. Most likely there's a reason there why it's not the best company. You want to buy a good company, not to buy a good dividend. That's another thing. People will go and they'll pick a dividend company based on its dividend and neglect to do their homework on the company. And the company is way more important than the percent of the dividend, right? Because the company is going to determine what that 4% is a percent of. Yeah, you got it, my man. I don't give a fuck about a username. I like it. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see this come to fruition. I mean, I knew it would because it happens almost all the time. But so the question is, do we end up higher on the 18th than this price level? Yeah, see, definitely discrepancy on the 1 month for sure. Good old Mercury retrograde. But then we have these highs around the 18th, 19th, and then we should drop off, it looks like, with a big decline at the end of the month. So guys, Wix cut off our ability to take payments because we're financial services, which we're so not. We're information services. Financial services is when you like open up a brokerage account on a website, or like somebody takes your trade and like places a trade for you, or processes your like financial transactions. We're taking a subscription payment for information. It's called discrimination. They're doing it because they think we're a scam and nobody bothered to do their homework and see that we actually have a 98% average accuracy. It's super, super offensive. But what I need, guys, is from those people that are profiting from this channel, I really need to count on you guys to bring through that 5% of the rule of karma. We are relying on that. That's the only way that this business is making money right now, because they've set aside, they've cut off our ability to take payments. For those of you that have subscriptions, we're gonna contact you with a different way to pay. But yeah, I mean, they've made it like it's been every step away along the way. Google and Facebook and Wix have all been giving me a hard time, saying, "Oh, we're a scam. We're not going to do your email campaign. Doesn't matter if this is what all your future is relying on. Doesn't matter if you just dumped a bunch of money into this business and it's your life savings, and your family is like counting on you to come through and make money. And oh my God, all of a sudden everybody's is ordering subscriptions because your accuracy is through the roof. Why would they be ordering subscriptions? But we're a scam, so you shut off our payment? It's offensive. I will sue Wix. I promise you this, Wix. I will sue your asses if you don't turn it around. Twitter tried the same thing. They put it back on. I told them you're discriminating. They put us back on. TikTok did the same thing. I told them they were discriminating. They put us back on. Wix, you got one shot. I'm looking for a company like you to try and pull this shit so I can sue your ass in a court of law. I will win. It will be a historic case, so try me. Exactly. There you go. If they have a history of missing quarterly profits, then the 4% is nothing. Exactly what I'm trying to say. So there's a reason there to entice you, and like the novice investor is gonna, it's like when you go into a store, like a novice shopper is shopping based on price. They're not shopping based on what they want or need. They're like buy one get one free. Like maybe you didn't need that to begin with, or buy two get a third. Like you didn't need two. Things like that. So this is like, do your homework. A novice trader isn't going to look at the company. They're only going to look at the deal. And the deal is insignificant because it's based on the company. Yeah, I mean, gold is, so there's a lot of I've gotten a lot of information from my guides over the last year or so about gold and silver being confiscated by the government in a time of extreme financial emergency, somewhere in like 2024, 2025 maybe. So there's a strong possibility that happens. I currently have quite a bit of silver, and I'm looking for a good exit point. But I mean, I wouldn't like write off gold as like the super safe haven, but yes, it's definitely steady. You can make money there. Probably some good dividends in those type of companies. If you can find like a miner or something that does dividends, could be good. If they're a good miner. If you take a look on our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders, right here, I'm gonna look at a GLD chart right now. Big increase since November. Big increase. Yeah, I see a reversal around 190 actually. Yeah, a brief high that's easily missed. Hermes, you want to go down? Come here, buddy. You want to go down? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. You're the best. You're the best, Hermes. Yeah. Are you happy? You a happy guy? Thank you so much for the kisses. Thank you so much for the kisses. You wanna go on the floor? No? You wanna sit right here? Okay. Tom? Sure thing. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 chart for the year. It's interesting, I see the lowest low for the year in September, October, but that's after reaching the highest high, and it's a significant high. It's a bullish year, and then we come back after that lowest low and we see a highest high again. So it's going to be like a sharp drop there to a lowest low, and then like a real big rally back out of that. 2024 is looking really bullish. I mean, 2023 is looking really bullish. 2024 is looking really bullish. I would probably hop in based on Mercury retrograde and what we see happening here. So these four lines they separate Mercury retrograde into three sections. And I've been following Mercury retrograde in relation to the S&P 500 since 2007. It's 3 to 4 Mercury retrogrades a year, and so there's a definitive pattern that forms. And I was able to determine that. When we were here, I drew this ellipse and I drew this ellipse, and you can see now that we've now entered this green ellipse, which I drew there as where the price would be by the 18th, somewhere around that price range. So that's holding true. And with that said, I see a low here around the 7th of February. That's where I would likely pop back in. Hopefully that helps, Tom. There's also on our YouTube channel, there's a playlist. If you search, here, let me show you. Where's my? Buy opportunities. There's a playlist that'll come up on our channel here. You type that into the channel search bar, not into the YouTube search bar, but the channel search bar. 2023 buy opportunities, and you'll get a playlist. Has all of the things that we see as buy opportunities. Thus far that we've seen as buy opportunities throughout 2023. Right now we're in a juicy SPCE trade, which is flying, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, we bought it on the 4th. Right there, we bought it. Right there, we bought it. This is when we advised, using our SO meta-analysis, this is where we advised to buy back in. And we're now already over $5. We were almost at $6 today, guys. And look at that. Look at that, guys. After all this decline, all right, so we're going to see a pullback somewhere in SPC, followed by another move back to this same high and then higher. Yeah. See the high, there's a decline off the high that offers an opportunity to open up long position, and then in February there's another high, offers opportunity to open up a short position. There's a high in January, there's a high in February, open up a short position on like the short term, right? With the highest high here, there's a highest high here in April, so most likely that's where we'll see this big spike. If you look at This is like an overall chart, like an all-time chart of SPC, and you see there's these big spikes that come out of nowhere. This is a pure play on space. It's insane to me that it's all the way down here in these lows. It just mind boggles me. Hey, Nisi. Will everyone find out the truth about Jasmine, what Jasmine did to me? Everyone is too general of, like, that'll be a no, you understand? Because everyone means everyone. It'll be a no. How about, like, can you narrow down what you mean by everyone, and then I'll ask the question for you. Sure, no problem. Still blazing. Is Jay my soulmate? Likely a water sign. I'm getting a no for soulmate. I'm sorry, like, it sucks to be living with your parents, I've been there. But as far as, like, me answering that question, like, you can just find out when you move out. I mean, come on. Like, what does it matter if I tell you yes or no when you're gonna find out anyways? Like, it's different than a question where Nisi's like, will everyone find out the truth about what Jasmine did to me? You know, like, there's no definitive way of knowing that. Is somebody's soulmate? There's no, like, this is helpful information for a question like that, but this is a waste of my time and my energy, Fatima. Like, you can find out if you're moving out of your parents' house when you move out. But it does suck. I feel you there. I've been there more than once in my life. I had to be able to figure out what I did. It required me not to work a normal job. I didn't, like, there wouldn't have been enough time, all the information I needed to learn. So I did these crazy weird jobs my whole life. And space is up 12% today. Almost 13%. Hey, what are you growling at? That's just your reflection, funny. No growling. Oh my god, Hermes 8, my ICB, is it ICB? ICP. My ICP sticky note. So when I do readings, I use a sticky note, and then I do something with the metaphysical. Hermes 8, my sticky note for ICP for February. That's a big deal. I gotta look into ICP for February a lot closer. Because he ate the frickin' sticky note. It's Hermes, the messenger of the god. Of the gods, I should say. You want to sit? You want to go down? You're such a funny guy, you know. You're a funny guy, Hermes.
Good boy, though. Good boy.
So crypto, yes. I have somebody that follows us here pretty regularly. She asks me questions about whether or not cryptos are going to zero, and I got a yes for that for a lot of different cryptos in like 2023, 2024. Out of that though, there should be a really big move, and I don't think they're actually going to zero. I get like this weird like fuzzy energy around that number. They're gonna go low, but I don't think to zero. I definitely want to be in Ethereum. One to get into right now that's really, really cheap that I just did a reading on. It's looking really good. What was the last one that I did? God, I do so many readings. Tonic's actually looking like a pretty solid one, and if my memory recalls, it's like 0.6 zeros after the decimal place, and then a 1 and a 7. So easily loadable. You can load up on that easily. But probably Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum over Bitcoin, but the two of them. There's so many. I would just check out the 2023 buy opportunities. Sancho, yeah, I think a lot of those see a bottom in the market in 2023 with a big move out of it, like a very big move out to the upside out of it. That's what I've seen in a lot of crypto readings. When I do like the 10-year overviews, which you got to give it like a year wiggle room because it's a really broad amount of time for just one card. But there's a lot of 10-year overview readings that I've done on our YouTube channel, Tarot for Traders. All of the readings there are free, guys. There's like almost 1,000 or over 1,000, I should say, predictions. We're running a 98% average accuracy, and they're all free, my friends. Like, so check it out. There's a bunch of 10 years having to do with crypto, and what I see is a bottom in a lot of them here in 2023 with a big move out of it. Like, we're approaching a very big move to the upside, so we're near a bottom, if not at a bottom. Yeah, you got it, my man. So I think the juiciest trade that I'm focusing on now after the SPCE one is now taking off. It's got a long way to go, guys. But the juiciest trade coming up is going to be this trade on the 18th. I mean, technically, you could make the trade now because we're already in that price range. But we may go higher is the thing. Right? We're in the price range. So, like, you could easily take a profit there and then follow on the 18th, open up the short position and follow that into the 7th of February and close the short position. guys, I'm getting ready to roll here. But on the 17th, we should open lower in the pre-market with a move higher out of, looks like, establishing support. Ooh. Big decline there. And then a big move higher. We should be right around the upper end of that price range that we see on the 18th. Yeah, but an unexpected and significant opportunity there on the 17th with SPY, guys. Anyhow, I'm gonna roll. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Hey, guys, we have now, Wix has now officially discriminated against us, called us a financial services company, even though we don't process any type of financial services transactions or anything like that. We just disperse information and people pay us a subscription fee. It's ridiculous. It's called discrimination. They don't believe in psychics, and they didn't bother to look at the evidence that's overwhelming and undeniable that we are an authentic psychic, right? It's ridiculous. So with that said, it's a huge problem for my business. We can't take any payments on our website right now until we have something built. So with that said, I'm really relying on people's rule of karma, the 5% of the profits they make from this information, please send back to the channel. You can do that through the website tarotfortraders.com. If you go to the resources tab right here, PayPal, Cash App, 5% back, 5% forward, and then whatever you spend that 90% out of, make sure you spend it out of love. The universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. Oh, hey, regular Joe Florida. Yeah, I really appreciate it, my friend. We need the support right now because Wix just shut off our payments. It's absurd, dude. It's like an uphill battle I've been dealing with companies pulling this bullshit on us. TikTok pulled it on us. I told them I'd sue them for discrimination. They put us back. Twitter pulled it on us. I told them we'd sue them for discrimination. They put us back. And a while back, Facebook, Google, and Wix wouldn't let me do an email campaign because we were a scam. So offensive. But back then, I didn't even think about it as discrimination, and that's exactly what it was. So I'm gonna come back at them, and maybe we'll have our first historical case where a psychic is proven to be psychic in the courtroom of law. In the meantime, definitely relying on people's 5%. We need that to keep this channel going, my friends. I'm not in a position to not have payments coming in on my website. My business will have to stop if I don't receive 5%, and I'll have to go get a job. Unbelievable. And then I'll come at Wix with everything I got. But with that said, guys, gotta roll. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.